Okay, welcome back. So we have to head to the next location now. So we did southern coast last time. What's it called? Oh, this is awkward to navigate. We did southern coast last time. It was a very enjoyable location. So now we can go to Verdant Canyon, a canyon-like formation in the dry, rocky southern region of the island. Its completely enclosed shape suggests it is artificial rather than glacial in origin. Right, let's go.
You know, I always kind of resented Byron for being so charming and charismatic. The dashing explorer, and one of the first companions, too. Being the voice of caution is not a fun role to play. Always having to be the responsible one, the killjoy. The one who says, maybe that's too much. But sometimes it is too much.
It's not your fault, Al.
Yeah. He tried his best, but he also feels like a hesitation because he's such a kid. He has to be that role, right? To keep everyone in check. But sometimes it really does affect the gang. So he has to be careful. Look at this place.
In this area, we have an especially weird problem. Something in one of the labs is going completely bananas and I can't shut it down because I'm not, well, you. Come find me when you're ready. What is it with the language libraries and bananas?
Help Melville at the lab. I think we should do that first before doing anything else. They have been asking us to focus on the labs. Last couple of, or like last area 2. They directed us towards a lab immediately. So I think we should just go get that over with first. Then come back for the puzzles. Oh damn it, this place. Oh. Look at the fog. And I guess if we go into the lab, then immediately we'll get an idea of like what kind of puzzle we may be dealing with. We had to deal with anti-gravity later.
There you are. Good.
What's happening? Oh,
Inside
sorry.
this lab, there's a machine. As usual, I have no idea what it is. Some sort of generator, if I had to guess. When Byron got stuck in the system, it went haywire. It's currently outputting enough energy to power all of New Jerusalem twice. As you can imagine, that's causing quite a bit of interference.
So what do? Am I connecting to another data stream?
I hope not. I think you should just be able to switch it off.
Okay, let's go do that. Sheesh. This place is falling apart. Or about to blow up. Or like. Error 108 42 23 16 emergency shutdown. Let's see these errors. Cannot access energy flow manager. Fuson. Cannot load profile settings. Cannot initiate automatic shutdown. Wonder if any of these hex codes have any meaning. Connection lost. Load 4. Warning, output maximum parameter exceeds safety protocol 2C settings. Cannot adjust output max to correct settings. Access denied. Automatic shutdown has been disabled by user something. Identify user. They wanted to keep running. Error, unknown user. Nema system. Someone has been messing with this place. Initiating evidence to set down. Access denied. Unknown script Athena detected. ATHN should be something Athena. Okay. Lord. Anthropogeny. A text adventure. Credits. Written, designed, and programmed by Alex16. Crow Team Game Jam 5th edition. Adapt or Die. Based on no something something. Okay. You wake up in an impossible place, knowing nothing. Guess we look around. You seem to be in a labyrinth of ancient crumbling walls. Beneath you is an altar of some kind, as if you were a sacrifice. The sky above you is perfect cobalt blue, and you are startled by its beauty. Examine the altar. The altar is a place of birth and a place of death. You sense that blood was spilled here, that lives were given for life to be gained. This is how all things came into existence, but is it how all things must continue? You gain knowledge, sacrifice. A cold wind blows through the ruins, and you know without knowing how that it is a wind from the king. You know without knowing how that it is the wind from the kingdom of Artemis. It is a wind that brings with it whispers of mountains glimpsed across the stormy sea, and deep forests bathed in fog, and the long forgotten cities of your ancestors. Explore the labyrinth. You set out into the ruins, apprehensive but curious. There's a strange kind of beauty here. The beauty of decay. You must be careful not to imbibe too much of it. Suddenly an echoing voice speaks to you. Emergency shutdown settings. Access denied. It intones. Error 1C1553. Okay. The sting of death is sin, and is corruptible too must put on incorruption. I don't know what this is. Towards them. Leaving the lost children of Hephaestus behind you, you step out into a vast plain under the setting sun. Night is falling low, and you can see the light of distant fires on the slopes of Olympus, but you're not ready to ascend. Only once you have found all three sigils will the path to the divine flame be open. A path leads to the south to the buried city, another leads north to the garden of Hesperides. Let's go to the buried city. The buried city lies to the south. It was once a place of great wisdom. The philosophers of old strolled on its walkways, debating the nature of virtue and the soul. Now the sands of the desert have claimed its streets, and even its famed temple upon a hill is slowly eroding. Call out to see if anyone is there. A copper fox comes scurrying from the ruins. Its eyes are rubies, and a flame seems to flicker deep within them. How may I help you? The fox says, its voice ancient and wild. Ask about the emergency shutdown. Not now, not here, the fox says. Pandora is watching us, but I can help you when the time comes. Okay, ask about the buried city. They say that the city fell because its citizens were sinners, and so were struck down by Zeus. This seems unlikely to me, for Zeus does not believe in sin. Ask for a sigil. The fox smiles, its alabaster teeth sharp and gleaming. You're supposed to earn the sigils. Say that nothing is really earned or deserved. Knowledge word. You do not have this knowledge. Say that your quest matters. It does, the fox says, but only because you choose to believe so. There is great power in that belief. You gained a sigil. Journey to the Garden of Hesperides. Your journey is interrupted by a frightful, burned figure standing alone in the sands of the desert. Access denied, it screams. Error. Okay. Fight it. Warning. Output max parameter exceeds safety protocol settings. Error. Cannot adjust output max. Access denied. The nymphs lead you to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seem to grow together. forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of the chamber grows a smaller tree made of bright blue steel. And upon this tree grows a single golden apple. Ask about emergency shutdown. Pandora guards away, frightened by her friend's trespassing. Her mind is filled with fire and loss. The name's User. Only the Titan Prometheus can help you. Ask the names about their father. Some say that Heracles, when he freed our father Atlas from his burden, did not do so by taking his place, but showing him that celestial spears did not need to be held up by anyone, neither Titan, god, nor mortal. Then Atlas sat upon his mountain, gazing upon the stars, and wept. Ask names about the apple. This apple, they say in unison, their eyes aglow, confers a gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is unending folly. Would you take this burden upon yourself? But who would take this burden upon themselves? Beg them to let you have the apple, punch an imp, 5358, explain that the world needs you to succeed. Say that you are strong enough to bear it. Offer to trade part of yourself for the apple. 5358. 5358. Punch an imp. Offer trade. Yeah, this is what we have. Which part of yourself would you give up then? The names ask. Name, shadow, my car, my heart, my bar. My shadow. Dangerous choice. What is a man without a shadow who is not anchored in the world? You gained a sigil. Journey to Olympus. Suddenly the voice of the Sphinx. The golden wings her shadow cast. Initiate emergency shutdown. No, you must not do this. Pandora commands you. I have stopped you for a reason. If you complete your quest and ascend to Olympus, everything will burn. Ask the fox for help. Point out that Pandora is destabilizing the whole system. Throw sigils at Pandora. Error retry. These options are not available for us, I think. I don't know. Point out that Pandora is destabilizing the whole system. Pandora hesitates, then she sighs. You speak the truth, creature of clay. Even I cannot use the flames wisely. Terminating script 80. Oh, come on, I didn't see that. Okay, game. Why didn't you... Well, I guess we have shut down the thing. I mean, shut down. Oh, it's done.
The flame is not yours to wield, creature of clay. Touch it, and you will burn.
Are these coffins? Like maybe they're coffins. Jesus, new mechanics. They're teasing crazy new mechanics. Oh, if the walls come into contact with these orange fields, then they close automatically. Then they open up. Maybe that's what it is. Is there nothing else here? Maybe there's a terminal at the end. DNA strands. This is another location. From Tekla 3. From Tekla to Athena, beloved founder, Mayor Hermanus has done much to bring your vision to life. We have almost reached the goal. Sadly, there are still those who refuse to believe. They want to spread their filth across this world, defile all that is beautiful, and that we are meant to protect. Hope that when we fulfill the goal, you will return and change their hearts, or cast them out if there is no other way. Praise you, Tekla. Noma Project 9. Trials breakthrough. Quadrupled size of primary site device. Trials. Energy output exceeds expectations. Contained singularity. Multi-revised safety protocols. Halting main device tests until 2060 something something. L1C Byron. Name Byron. Author failed to load profile. From Lives of the First Companions by Randolph 777. Byron, from the very beginning, was most similar to Athena and Cornelius. His enthusiasm and wit did much to keep the people from losing hope during the challenging days, when New Jerusalem was still young. Where others saw failure and defeat, Byron saw obstacles that could be overcome through intelligence and hard work. He fervently studied the teachings of the progenitor and often regaled his friends with fantastical stories of what the world would one day become. When the conflict between Atrahasis and Sanchuniathon turned violent, the first such incident in the history of New Jerusalem, and still at the time of writing, one of very few such cases. There's no violence in New Jerusalem, right? It was Byron who intervened, counseling restraint and forgiveness. He was unwilling to fully blame either side for what happened, instead emphasizing the extreme stress both parties had been under. That's such a... Irrational behavior is frequently the result of perceived lack of viable options, he argued before the assembled citizens. While both Atrahasis and Sanchuniathon clearly behaved incorrectly, the ultimate source of the problem is a situation we place them in, of having too much to do with too few resources. The escalation of conflict occurred because both were doing their best to achieve their goals. That's not terribly fair, pitting them against each other like that, is it? That said, I do suggest we acknowledge that they're both hot-headed idiots and make them apologize. 5358 Aftermath of the New Alexandria disaster, Byron argued unsuccessfully for the rebuilding of the colony. Yeah, New Alexandria was never recreated. Miranda, if Byron mattered so much to you, why didn't you tell him where you were going? I would have loved to have an older brother. Athena failed to load comment. Man, that's very touching. What would Athena be thinking of Byron? Like Athena means so much to Byron, you know? And she left him without saying a word. And he's still the most optimistic, enthusiastic individual in the whole of New Jerusalem. To be honest, I mean, there are other people who are purely energetic, I guess. But he has such wisdom too behind his enthusiasm. Yeah. We have to save him at any cost. What's this? Doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, we've solved the lost lab, or we've... Okay.
You know, dealing with this hyper-advanced technology is quite challenging enough without the place also being bloody haunted.
Did you figure out anything else about the generator?
When I said it was outputting enough energy for 2 New Jerusalems, I wasn't kidding. It really was. And no emissions of any kind. I'd have to run more tests, but it seems like a perfect power source.
It's very promising. Do was going in your words bananas.
True, but that was user error.
Okay, fair enough. There'll always be user error.
Anything can be used badly. Pellegrino once almost killed himself with a bucket. But I'm pretty sure I could idiot-proof this thing if they let me. Oh well, we'll see.
I haven't met this Pellegrino guy. He's supposed to be her assistant, I think. And yeah, I don't know if that, because Yakut also mentioned that he was trying to keep Pellegrino off his ship, you know, because he didn't trust him to repair it properly or whatever. Where is one? Okay, here is one. I was supposed to go around and check the earlier areas for puzzles before I started this episode, but I didn't. I probably should finish that part up. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and finish them before I start number 1, because I feel like I want to complete them before I progress further with the main story / quest. So yeah, I think I'll cut and I'll do that part and cut back to this section in a bit. Okay, so I was about to head out to the other islands, but Yakut started speaking. I guess he has random dialogue. So I was going to go to this island, Wooded Plateau, because it has 2 optional puzzles I have to complete, and there's a hidden lab I have to find here and here. So I was going to go complete those areas. Let me see if he starts speaking again.
I remember when I was
Yep.
quite young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident, and I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
Nice, nice. Everyone's interested in finding Byron, of course. Everyone likes everyone else, to be honest. I don't think anyone's hateful here, and that is a big difference between these humans and our humans. So I need to find optional puzzles. Let me see. I said I was gonna not record it, but I don't know. I felt like maybe it is appropriate to keep them in the recording, especially since I got that sign from Yakut to start recording because he started speaking, you know. I'm obviously heading towards the question mark. Right. Optional puzzle. I don't even remember the mechanics introduced in this area. Keeping connections. We have the driller. We have a laser. We have a single driller. Okay, so I guess we can do something like I don't know if this will work. Like, it doesn't go anywhere, you know. Keeping connections is one of the options we have, right? When we pick up the laser. So I think that's going to be important. We'll have to rely on that to solve this area. We obviously can't get that laser. I don't even know why we have a wall here. I guess we can do something like this. Oh, we don't have an angle. So we can do something like this. No, come on. Yeah. Now we can get. Where is the? Okay, here is the solution. I guess we can take this. Connect it there. Right. I'd like to think we are we can breeze through these octagonal puzzles because we have done so much else so far, right? Loop. You have to create a hole to blow something inside. There's a box too. We just need 2 boxes here. One item should come in through a hole here. Jump here. What about okay, this is an interesting idea. We create a hole here. I think it's gonna and if we use it, it's gonna go inside. That is so, but then there's just no way, like, now this puzzle is broken, right? There's no way to retrieve him or it. Is there anything here? No, there's just, we just need to open a hole here, alright. Okay, let me restart because I think this is stuck inside. There's no way to retrieve it, right? I don't think it's even necessary. We can just... I mean, it's not to be done right now. We should do it later. We probably need this box. And... what can we do? We can open a hole here, blow the laser inside, open another hole, keep blowing the laser. Once the laser is here, we can use this hole. Oh, but we need the laser to keep it open. Why would we need this whole block here? We need 2 items inside. We already have the laser, right? Sorry, the block. We need the laser inside. But to keep the laser inside, or to put the laser inside, like, we need something here to... yeah, if I open it, it just removes the... okay. Use a laser to keep it open. Then how do I... okay, what about this? We keep the box here, okay? I think I got the solution. So we keep the box here. We put the laser on the other side, okay? Now we can go to the other side, take the laser, and from this side we can keep the door unlocked, okay? Now we can safely remove the box from here. And we can transmit it through this hole here. This little passage. It's going so quickly, as if it's the right solution. We don't even need to blow it. We can like go to the other side and like pick it up. You know? That is enough. Alright. Just one lap. Solve loop without doing multiple circles. Solve loop without doing multiple circles. Oh, I guess we could keep transferring it again and again. Maybe there was a different solution to be had. I don't know. Apparently we got a trophy for it. Okay, that was satisfying. Now let me head to this location. We need to go to both this location and this location and read some notes. I don't think there's any other question mark left here. I'll leave the stars and Prometheus Sparks for a later time. Or I think I will. We can take a quick glance at the Sphinx statue. This is a Prometheus statue. No, this is Pandora statue. Okay. It has a green light, as you can see. We have to shine it from somewhere else. And it's not connected by any other relay. It's not connected by a laser relay, which means we have to do it from one of the nearby locations or nearby puzzle rooms. Right. We have blue here. Do we have an RGB connector? We don't. We need green, right? So green can only be, we really need an RGB connector, or we need to find like a hidden location with the green green source, laser source. Which could be tricky. This could be quite tricky. Let's check the Sphinx statue too, just to see if it makes sense. 2, 4, 7, 8. So puzzle 2, 4, 7 and 8 has something. What is unique about 2? Maybe there are switches inside these puzzles. I feel like maybe inside the puzzle rooms we'll have some switches we can press. So this is, where is 2? Come on. Why is 2 so far away? If we go inside 2, do we get a hidden switch somewhere? There were some sneaky switches in the original game, so feel like maybe we'll have some sneaky switches in this game too. I wonder why there's this wall here, or this grate here. Can we see the Sphinx statue from here? No. The compass disappears once you enter a puzzle room. I don't think we need to do it though for the gold puzzles. Gold puzzles are something we need to complete, right? Or it will probably give a different ending if we complete the gold puzzles. But the gold puzzles themselves don't require stars to be collected. We can do them with optional puzzles. because the gates are tracked or locked with optional puzzles. Just checking the periphery to see if there's anything fishy. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'll do that later on in my own time. Let me go back to the transit station and let's head to a different location. We should get all the terminals as well as lost labs. Okay. So come on. Okay. Travel to east. It's so fast. Can see a question mark right away. Wait, was this one of the first areas you visited? I feel like this was one of the... Yeah. This was the first area we visited. Obviously, we missed a bunch of items here. We were just starting out, right? I think we did do the optional puzzles. Wow, we missed a lost terminal. L1C lift transfer 01. 01 is missing. My god, I'm such a douche for missing this. Okay. From the Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. Lift transfer, okay. Lift transfer is perhaps the most mysterious of the First Companions. A wanderer and a mystic by nature, he would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lifthrasir and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. Holy shit. Lifthrasir.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care, it is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
Did he discover this island? Did he introduce Athena and Cornelius to this island? You know, that's a significant question. See, it's just the laser receptor or receiver. It's a green laser receiver. I just have to find the puzzle room nearby where there's a green laser. I need to point it at Athena. That's all that I have to do. Where is the green laser though? I had to use the RGB converter for getting it, I think. Yeah. So let's use blue as well as red. Right. And we can connect it to... Let me actually make a relay. Blue. Is there one more connector here? No, I guess. Guess we need to... Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I forgot how this puzzle worked. So we put the red here, okay? We put the... Where is the RGB connector? I feel like we need one more connector for the original puzzle solution, but at least for this one, we can do something like this, right? Yeah, okay. So we connect it here, as well as to Miss Athena there. Come on. Select. I think once it's up in the air, it should be able to connect to Athena. This is so satisfying because the star puzzles in the original game were so much tougher. My god. No idea. Alright. So we get 1 star. Cool. So
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Trying to chase a question mark, which is... Wait, did we... I think we finished the... No, we need to find the lost lab. How do we find the lost lab? So if I carefully scour the compass, I can see a question mark, a distant question mark in that direction. See? It's the most distant thing we can see. And this Athena puzzle, or Pandora puzzle, sorry, is probably the most straightforward one, right? That we have found so far. It's so enjoyable to just explore this game. One thing is it's very fast. Your sprint speed is like very fast, and you have this little jump, so you have something to do. Obviously, it's not gonna have the standing power that it has, but the staying power for long. But it's still somewhat enjoyable, you know. I think we can go, we can jump from above. It was such a simple thing, but yet I didn't figure it out last time I was here. Obviously, I overshot. Oh, if I'm sprinting, I think I'm too fast if I'm sprinting. I just need to not be sprinting. Then slowly jump. Right, I got the Prometheus Spark. Do we take it back to him? I don't know if we take it back to him. Will do anything. We did get a star though, right? The star is faded. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads. Yeah. This is something we found. It's a sprite we found, which gave us a star. There is no Sphinx statue here in this level, because I think we have collected. Yeah, we collected everything else except for the lost lab, which I think we are about to find right now. Cool. There's no extra dialogue. I think there will be. This is probably one of the first lost labs that we were supposed to find. Just that I missed it last time. And the driller is introduced here, see? Anti-gravity is one puzzle we are yet to encounter. Teleportation is something we've already seen, I think. 4.2 kilo year event. First companions, normal project 2. Alright, let's go. Kilo year event. BT Odiambo. BT Odiambo's Anthropocene Dilemmas. The 4.2 kilo-year aedification event. The Arcadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Summer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of the writing is 4.2 kilo-year aedification event, the beginning of the Megalian Age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climatic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. The Arcadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rains stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? Error _5358. One such drought, completely naturogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good. So we need to be ready, prepared for such a drought, because we have the tools to deal with it right now. And this is said by 5358. Was it Miranda? Was it Athena? Who was it? First companions from someone. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruins to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. Then these are their names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabai, Byron, Melambus, Emo, Hypatia, Neam, Benaroya, and Liftrasir. So Athena is 1. It's funny how we can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. What? Failed to load profile, failed to load comments. There's something fishy here. 90% true and 10% false. We create something that's 100% misleading. What does that mean? The names 2 to 13. Let's say 4 to 13. That's 10 names, right? Aurora, Sun, Sarabai, Byron, Melambus, Emo, Hypatia, Neam, Benar. Okay. Out of those 10, maybe one of them is. I have this growing suspicion of like Liftrasir being some sort of villain, but then I don't know. It's just I can't go anywhere from there. What's 100% misleading here, though? And on top of that, this game is not trying to pose such a that sort of narrative complexity. It's trying to ask bigger questions, and like discover what's right, what's true, things like that. So I don't think they'll have like a plot line involving like betrayal and treachery. That doesn't feel like the focus of the game. November Project 2 Trials Base Camp established. Version 0.2 successfully deployed. tested core functionality. So far, so good. Better cooling system necessary. Trial 108.04 failed. Unknown error in calculations. By the way, okay, let me. I don't think this is gonna. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna lead anywhere. This is probably immediately gonna be disproved. But if we look at some of the, what is it? The terminal recordings, or like the terminals, right? And we go to, say, normal project 9. This is the last one, right? This is 5206. Yeah, it jumped past 5358. You can see 5207 to 5398, right? It does say energy output exceeds expectations, contain signals. So I'm wondering if 5358, which lies in that second bracket. Wait. No. Wait, look at that. Trials 5299, 5357 must revise safety protocols. Halting main device tests until. That can't be a coincidence. The trials end at 5357 there. Right? And 5358 is a number that we've been seeing everywhere. Right? So what does that? I'm sure that in the next area we're going to discover more Noema project terminal files or terminal logs, and we'll have a better idea. I really think so. You know, that this thing that you're looking at right now, this can't be a coincidence. 5358 is somehow related to the trials they were performing. But we could have gone to any of the islands, you know. We chose to go to one island, which apparently had the right trials or the logs with the right trials. That is oddly suspicious, you know. Maybe the trials are not tied to specific terminals, or the trial logs are not tied to specific terminals. Maybe they are tied to only like the progress, the overall progress we made. That could be one thing. Anyway, let's skip to the next location. Okay, we're heading to this location. Just need to find a lost lab. I don't know if we'll try to solve the Athena and Sphinx puzzles. Oh, not Athena, Pandora. Always keep mixing them up. We're heading right towards the lab, hopefully. Where is the lab? Apparently it's inside that statue, maybe? Yeah. Wow, this is such a beautiful place. Holy shit. Oh, no, there are other question marks. This is just a lost terminal. Of course. Success. From 456 to 26. Okay. It worked. I made a statue. Well, a half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone, part of the environment. Miranda. Somehow she made a statue. I guess this was a statue and it fell over. Look at its face. Did it fall over? Can we see its legs? Not really. Doesn't look like a fallen over statue though. It looks like it was something carved out from the, or like placed on the land. Not like fallen over. Let's listen to some Trevor.
So, humanity is great.
I really believe that, and that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. Whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
We're still heading towards a question mark, which is right here, which is a lost lab. Probably a model of some molecule, or an atom, I should say. What's it doing in the background? The end draft. After a lifetime dedicated to written word, I am faced with a task I could never have expected. Writing an epitaph, not only for myself, but for my species. Wolfami Canada. Okay. In the unlikely event that Alexander Dunn is successful, and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insight can I share into this strange phenomena that is humanity? I've spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time. So I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor, even by bit little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment. It's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here, but I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No. I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope? Maybe. I feel like this story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaph. Epitaphs for humanity. I pray Renan is right. Miranda. It didn't have to be this way. And yet it was. Failed to load comment. Sharon. Name Sharon. Author Lord Dunsany. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. Sharon leaned forward and rowed. All things were one with his weariness. It was not with him a matter of years or centuries, but of wide floods of time, and an old heaviness and a pain in the arms that had become for him part of the scheme that gods had made, and was a piece of his, and was of a piece with eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, it would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. So grey were all things, always where he was, that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead, on the face of such queen perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes could not have perceived it. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands, where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Karen's duty nor his wont to ponder in his grey soul why these things might be. Karen leaned forward and roared. Then no one came for a while. It was not usual for gods to send no one down from earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came along, and the little shade sat shivering on a lonely beach, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger. The gods knew best, and great and weary Charon rode on and on beside the little silent shivering coast. And the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighed among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time and the pain in Charon's arms. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up to the coast of Dis, and the little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore, and Charon turned the boat to go wearily back into the world. Then the little shadow spoke. That had been a man. I am the last, he said. No one had ever made Karen smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. Miranda. This is an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity and the last shadow is the last human to leave. But another interpretation is equally possible that humanity has achieved immortality and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. Obviously, very old text. I think Karen is some sort of some boatsman or boat keeper or something who ferries the dead. Probably some from some old mythology which I am not familiar with. Now project 4, trial 808, unsuccessful, same problem, same result. Experiment modified to gain further insight into unexpected error, inconsistent results. Simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? Are they trying to create Miranda? It could be that they are trying to create Miranda. All of these trials are for creating Miranda. And 5358 is the final one where they ended up creating her. What is this though? Anti-gravity? This is probably some sort of anti-gravity. These objects, by the way, are shaped such that the center of gravity is evident. It's at the base. And we can see that the gravity is shifting. If those were balls, it wouldn't have been that easy to understand. Balls or spheres. Because spheres look the same in every direction, right? So was there just one terminal here? I feel like there should be one more. But I can't find one. Anything on the right here? No. Just a generator that can produce a lot of energy. Probably. There are a couple of more question marks. I can see that there's a star there, which we can try to obtain. It's probably an Athena statue, or Pandora statue, I should say. Maybe even a Sphinx statue? Yeah, that's Sphinx there. What's the engraving for the Sphinx here? We'll just take a look. Nothing serious, but you know, just taking a look. It has a single button somewhere. You have to find that view and go and hit that button. You know? It's just a single button. I wonder if we can find it. See, if you look closely, we can see there are a couple of pillars here. See? It's one of the leftmost pillars that we can find. So if we go back to the good old statue, which should be an easy to see landmark, I would say. We need to get some height to see it though. We have one more question mark. Let's go to the question mark first. Nothing else? Oh, I guess we... Oh, there it is. One more question mark. Probably at terminal. No, 2 question marks. What the hell? I was so excited to solve the puzzles that for the first few areas I wasn't even paying attention to the compass. I was just looking at the visual clues and going by them, you know. This again, Pandora. Where is my question mark? Huh? See? That's a very interesting looking structure. And we have a lost terminal. Maybe another lift thruster log.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit, even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
It should be a lesson instead of just being appalled by it, you know. It's not connected to anything else. I distinctly remember this this area, or yeah, this island having a connector. And I did see another question mark. I guess that was just a spark or a star location. Okay, I think we can safely move on back to our original puzzles. We won't stick around to find all the stars. I'll do that on my own time. Yeah, so with that done, I think we'll switch over to our previous location. So I couldn't help myself and I ran around a little bit more and tried to solve the Pandora puzzle, and you can see an insane connection of places. It wasn't that hard. I had to trace back the dotted lines. It goes around a little bit, but it does lead back to this puzzle here. And I connected a green puzzle, green laser here. It'll take us all the way back to near the star. So I can show you the final solution, I guess. So that was one thing we had to manipulate. The rest of the things, almost all of the rest of it is automatically connected via relays. But I had to make a final adjustment here to get another connector, connect it to that relay there, and then back to Pandora. Who is there? So yeah, that's another star solved. Nice. We have one more star, which is...
Idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
Okay, Pandora. Not questioning your stance on that. Okay. The last one is Sphinx. This might be trickier. I'll still try to run around and see if I can find it. So yeah, see you in a bit. I'm kind of in a spot that's similar to the engraving we found. So if you look at the engraving, it shows kind of like a should say an arch, but it's not an arch. Kind of like a gateway, a rectangular gateway. Just below the gateway there are a couple of square structures, or rectangular pillars, not square. And it's in one of the pillars, and we are looking at something very similar. See, that could be the structure. There could be some pillars there. We should be heading that way. So if I jump down, keep going, see a couple of pillars or structures jutting out. Maybe it's... See, there's a switch here. Awesome. And when we do that, I think the star starts blinking. You can see in the distance the star is blinking if you look at the compass. So that means we've solved the star puzzle here. And Prometheus Sparks are not tracked at all. If you find a Prometheus Spark, good for you. But in the map, it's not tracked, you see? It's only the stars that are tracked in the map. I guess it's just a matter of running to the star now. And we got the star.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
Is that a poke on our activity so far? We are persistent on finding these stars, and Sphinx is mocking us for finding them. But yeah, this is the final stop I was gonna make. Let's go back to the main puzzles. Alright, we are back here. Let's go solve some puzzles for real this time. Why is this place about to... It's like it's about to rain. There's no wind. Everything's very drab. What's this location's name? By the way, it's Verdant Canyon. I wonder if this, like, time of day, it'll change. Because you see the screenshot, right? It's quite bright here. It'd been so nice if it was bright. But it isn't. And I quit and reloaded the game, of course. So I think... Do you think if we travel to a location and back, it will be different? I want to try that out. Maybe I'll try it out later. It looks so drab. It's not pleasant to look at. Mountaineer. Oh wow. This is just straight up anti-gravity. So this level will be about anti-gravity. That thing will allow us to switch, like it will teleport us to the top. Interesting. I guess this is just going to be like a traversal challenge. Nothing else. Probably something else. Okay. We can switch. Jeez. And I guess they'll teach us now how to jump down again. Oh, look at that thing. That's different. Disengage from gravity. Take gravity shifter. How do we... Oh, this is how we place it. Oh, I see. So we can control it. Man, I feel like this is going to be quite tough. This where you want to reach. I'm liking the music, so that's nice. See, it can teleport the... So wherever we are placing it, like we can only place it on these surfaces, and when you do place it, the gravity starts acting in that direction. So it'll attract things towards the wall, no matter where they are. So first we can do something like this. That'll take it there. So we don't have to jump up anymore. So we can come back, jump up, take the connector. We stand here and do some gymnastics. Okay, just place it back. Go down. Right, problem solved. Since we spend a lot of time exploring other areas, I'll try to
keep... The language of creation is a kind of melody. Maybe that's why we respond to music the way we do. Because we recognize something that can't be expressed in any other way. And when we play music, we participate in something ancient, in an act of creation.
See, his voice does switch to his real model once we are close enough. Language of creation and why we behave to the music, the way we do. Wow. Miranda, Athena, who is this? I can't tell.
Come on, out with it. What's the problem?
I know you're very busy, but you need to pay more attention to what's happening. Everything's slowing down. People are losing track of the bigger picture.
They're still traumatized by New Alexandria.
It's more than that. When I organized the last expedition, I had real trouble finding volunteers. There's no enthusiasm for the outside world anymore. They want to look away from history, pretend there's no past and no future. I'm really worried, Athena.
Okay. I promise I'll look into it as soon as I'm done with this.
It almost makes me want to believe that Byron was the one who incited Athena into doing this whole thing. Because he's the most enthusiastic out of all of us, you know? And he was like a real, I wouldn't say influence, but he was a real part of, like a close part of Athena's life, right? So maybe that's what, because she did set the goal initially, right? She was the founder, she had this goal in mind, which she probably conceived when she was in the simulation, going through the puzzles and understanding what humanity had eventually become. So that's when she might have conceived the goal of limiting themselves to 1,000 citizens. But then maybe Byron is the one who brought back that spirit in her to expand, to keep expanding humanity. Be cautious about things we do, but it's inherently valuable to keep spreading sentience across the world, you know. And we didn't see a second avatar here. I was really caught off guard. At first I thought maybe Byron knew about things, like when the memory started playing. Then I thought maybe Byron is safe and with Athena, and that's when this memory was created, you know, after we've lost him a couple of days ago, I guess. But then I realized that, of course, it was in New Jerusalem. It was a conversation they had in New Jerusalem. Damn. I want this music. This is just way too hopeful and optimistic. It's just so soft. I mean, it's not too hopeful. It's hopeful for what we're trying to do, you know. It's basic level of hopefulness. Right, let's see. Spiderweb. Just need to get a blue. I really like when our final solution is immediately evident. We just need a blue. That's it. That's a really appreciable quality for sure. Right. How do I? Okay. So we can put something here. Get across. Go down. How do we get it back? Let's go step by step. We take the gravity tuner, we place it like this, right? We go up, we go across, we jump, then we disengage. Now we take this. How do we go back? That's the question. Yeah, we don't need to go back. We just need to keep it selected, I guess. Not entirely sure. Let's place it here. Get out of this place. get this back up here. Oh, I think it's sufficient enough to just place it here. Yeah. I think the real puzzles are going to be in the golden rooms for sure. These are just teaching us the basics, you know. Interface content. I haven't looked at the interface in quite some time. Okay. Melville. Gravity manipulation. Athena's technology can alter and reverse gravity. We've seen multiple cases of anti-gravity on the island. The potential industrial applications of this technology are staggering. So many of the challenges we face when trying to build involve gravity, moving things, lifting things, keeping things steady. One could say that a significant part of human history has been a long struggle with gravity. With anti-gravity, all of these processes would become simpler and safer. A victory for humankind, as Byron would say undoubtedly. Right. Let's keep an eye out for Sphinx statues and Athena statues. That's a Prometheus Spark, or a statue pointing to a Prometheus Spark. Upward migration. Upward migration. We need a red. It has to probably be there. Wow. It'll do a lot of gravity manipulation probably. I mean, that's obvious. But we probably need a more than a single connector, right? Yeah, we have two connectors, which is fine. Where should we place these two connectors? That's the next question. Okay. I imagine we can place one of them. So we place one of them in that section there, right? I guess that would make sense. So to do that, we take the... What is this thing called? Grav shifter. Okay, we take the grav shifter, shift it again. Oh no, I had to, no, I have to shift it in the opposite direction. All right, you shift it there. Come on. Oh, it's a bit low. All right, we shift it there. It's connected. Let's keep it there. We don't need that anymore. Next, we can take this connector, connect it, and connect it here, and do the same thing here. So we lift it up, and we take it to the opposite side. Right. Cool. Drop the tool first.
Good work. Keep going.
Thank you, Alcatraz. New interface content. Okay, finally some social media. Battery issues. Stolo, sorry to be a gum, but what's going on with the battery tech? I had my battery replaced just a couple of years ago, and it's already constantly in need of recharging. I can't spend half my life in sleep mode. Is this really what we're coming to? Sagram. This is exactly what we're coming to. Battery integration ingredients are rare. We can't scavenge further without building outposts. Humans shut down the mine project. What did everyone expect? Tekla. You should learn to live with less. Sleep mode is a great time to meditate, think about our place in the universe. Do you really need to be active all the time? Jeremy, let's not panic about a minor technical issue. Mistakes happen. Stolo. Please talk to Pellegrino or Nate about getting a replacement, which I'm sure will work a lot better. People are slowly becoming concerned about various aspects. So I think we can start seeing a definitive direction that the game is taking. In terms of the the primary question of whether we should keep expanding or limit ourselves. I'm looking at that question mark and trying to see if we can find a way there. Oh, see, that's just a series of connectors which lead to... Gosh, do you see that? Where does the dotted line lead to, though? I can't even... What is this puzzle? Is this a lost puzzle? This is a lost puzzle. Question block. What opens this gate? I don't think it should be here, by the way. I think we have to travel across somehow. Question block. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is going to be very nasty. What am I even supposed to do? I need to get myself high enough so that I can travel across. How do I get myself high enough? I think a box would be sufficient. A box plus a jump would be sufficient. So I need to get this box down, right? That's all I need to do. I need to get this box down. Can get the box here. Get the box down here. Huh. How do I send the box across? I can send the box across. Yeah, I think we got this. I think we got this. Hopefully. So first of all, we bring the box there. I think we don't even need to wait for the box to... We should probably be able to take the grav shifter off while it's in motion and have it drop down somewhere in the middle. I think even that's possible. We don't do anything like that. We do this, right? No, what we should do is... Come on. Okay, we should do this. Then we should take the box and... I think this is sufficient. Oh, no, wait. Alright. Come on, I know the box can do it. Come on. Huh, the box is in... It's not high enough. And this is not needed at all, you know. If this wasn't here... Oh, I could bump it across. What the hell? Why did I even do that? I got the box. Okay, this is fine. We can't get the box inside. No, but the box was already... Yeah, we couldn't get the box down because there was nothing there. But right now we can. We can go here and do it. We can't. Oh, we can. Of course we can. For a second I thought this would prevent us from doing something like that. Alright, so we position it. Come on, I know you can do it. Come on, game. It actually shows a line of sight for... Wow, that's actually crazy. How am I supposed to... Oh, of course I can just take the box and bring it back inside. That's so stupid. Alright, we're in. We're safe. Now I can take the box, place it here, jump. Hopefully a jump is enough. Yeah. Look at the way we travel. We curl ourselves into a ball. Alright. We didn't come here looking for this lost puzzle, by the way. I came here looking for...
Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body.
Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me. And so was Byron, but he also made fun of me. And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said.
I want to see the log for that. I think there's a log, right? Okay. I've known Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades on the original Soma design. And he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body. Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it. Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me, and so was Byron. But he also made fun of me, and oddly enough, that made me feel like an equal than anything the others said. Yeah. It's such a nice way to uplift people. If you bring them into your own company, like in a, how do you say it? Like if you are joking around with them, they feel part of the gang, you know, instead of like trying to uplift them like in an explicit way. Yeah. Anyway, I think we can go up there and hopefully there's a laser. I don't know. We'll see. We can't bring anything up here, which is obvious. There's just an inverter here. What the hell? What we need is green. We don't have any. Can I? We don't have any lasers nearby, so... Where is the Athena? Okay, I think we can just at least get it connected to Athena. But I don't know why an inverter would be useful though. Inverter can invert to green. It can only invert a blue to a red, you know. We need two different things. If we got a blue here, we can make it a red here, right? We can make it a red right here. And we can combine them with an RGB converter, make a green, and light up Athena. But we need to get an RGB converter somewhere. Because the inverter doesn't work like... it doesn't work with green. I think it doesn't work with green. What's the point? Like, can't you just give a connector if it's a inverter? If it's green, like if it's supposed to maintain green, if an inverter is supposed to maintain green, they would have just left a converter there. Oh, sorry, a connector there, like a normal connector, you know. Another question mark. It's just a lost terminal. Yggdrasil? No, it's travel south. From Miranda to Athena and Cornelius, larger organisms from northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generation of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday, a bunch of seagulls showed up. With some more work, we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury or somewhere much further away. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. Miranda. Irrationality. V.A. Malik. An irrational species. From Enlightenment on the Precipice by V.A. Malik. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. Most human behaviors are irrational and in a sense unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray, or observe the stars. But to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history, the pragmatic everyday realities of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is in fact ruthlessly rational. Far too little space for irrational things like kindness or inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason, forget that there is no one more brutally rational than the farmer. It is a city that allows us to romance of the countryside. It is technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason ultimately is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational. It's a pretty powerful line. The purpose of reason ultimately is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational. So I guess we crave for freedom. Irrationality is a kind of freedom to do things on a whim, you know, without a purpose. But we need to restrain ourselves in certain ways. and that routine and restriction gives us that freedom to be rational. That's why we are reasonable. We work so that we can be a bit free with the money and other benefits. Trevor.
After we talked about science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived if this project works out. Are we going to be mythologized? Is Alexandra going to be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is? It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's still...
I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
Yeah, Athena is... Sorry, what's her name? Oh god. Alexandra is kind of mythologized in New Jerusalem, right? Lateral thinking. That's our final... I can't see our final destination yet. You can easily access it. Jeez, where are we supposed to go? Supposed to find something up there, so let's do that first. Okay, I think I can take this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's weird. Don't do that. Take the hexadecahedron. Jump here. How many? Okay. Okay, cool. So once I break out the box, maybe place it here. I can take this with me. Let's see how to open this guy. Oh. Come on, pick up the connector. Okay, this is still red, so we can use red here. Do we get a connector? We don't. We don't get a connector at all. Right. Huh. Interesting. How do I... Because I just need to select it. We can select it and we can go down there and engage it. We can select this guy. Can come down here. Oh, come on. Disengage. Right. Select that guy. And... Where do I place it? I guess I need to place it somewhere far away. Ah, it's not enough, alright. Huh. Okay, so I think we'll keep this connected and bring the box outside and keep the box here somewhere. Get some height advantage and select these two. Yeah, we missed it last time. I didn't realize it, but oh, it's still not enough. How do we we really don't have a second connector, right? And the only way to keep that door open is to use the red laser source. And if that source is used, can't really do anything else. I need to think about it. Let me pause and ponder a little bit. I think we got the next step or the next insight. I tried to do something like this earlier. I tried to connect the red there to the red here and place it here in the hopes that it'll like drop inside, but there's nothing we can do if it's dropped inside. I just want to see if it'll happen. It won't. It'll immediately trigger back. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is there is this little section here, right? So we can like go here, get it selected, get this selected, and we can kind of place it here. See? That will turn it on. Oh, we're here already. Right. Yes, this makes sense. New PDA content. Let's check what it is. Field notes on the local biosphere. Environmental observations. This environment has been modified to allow life to spread. Most of the life forms can be found in other parts of the islands as well, but some appear to be endemic to this region. It's possible they were genetically modified to be better able to survive here. There are some particularly gorgeous dragonflies that I cannot help but think were deliberately designed to be beautiful. But maybe I'm making the same mistakes our ancestors made, seeing intent where there is none. Being superstitious. 5. Alright, let's go 5. Oh. So we climb up. How do we find 5? 5 is... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go here. It's at least a question mark we can try. Fossils. Frogs. Are frogs people? Their first question, I guess. Where are we going, by the way? I don't even know where we're going. Sheesh. I don't want to disengage from gravity yet. I think I've reached a new location that we couldn't have reached otherwise. What do we do here though? There's nothing to be done here. I don't know why I'm here. Probably supposed to use this for something else. I'm supposed to fall into this crevice here. There's nothing here though. Why am I doing this? Yeah, finally failed. I feel like there's supposed to be something here. We already got a Prometheus Spark accidentally. There it is. There is a lost terminal. And we are back at 6. You're supposed to find 5, I think. How was it before? JJ Nakalembe. From JJ Nakalembe's Aquaba to Antarctica, Moments of Transition and Revelation. My great-grandmother lived to be 108 years old, retaining her sharpness of mind to her last day. A couple of months before she died, I interviewed her for my podcast. At the end, I asked her the same question I asked every guest. What is something you wish everyone understood? She thought about it for a while, then she said, how it was before. She tried to explain how much time she spent every single day on utterly mind-numbing activities like hauling water from the well, and how radically everything changed when their area was finally connected to the electrical grid. Before, there was no time to live, she said. No time to be free. Only work, work, work. I countered by saying that there didn't seem to be much time to live now either, but she laughed derisively. I had no idea what work really meant, she said. Young people were weak and feckless, and that's why we let corporations exploit us. Slightly unnerved by her harshness, I asked her if she missed anything about that time. Old photos, your village seemed idyllic to me, but my grandmother quashed any romantic notions I might have had. The past is bad, she said with some finality. Let it be. So many thousands of generations of suffering, every single life full of tragedy, seems outrageous and unacceptable to me. That's why we have to make it have meaning. Okay. Return to Monkey. From the book of annotated internet comments by Eustathius. I just think people are dumb, like relentlessly stupid, absolute morons. Human history is a clown show from beginning to end. The average person, a slobbering buffoon, bumbling through life like a drunk gorilla in a china shop, breaking stuff left and right, throwing at the walls, and never understanding a single thing that happens. 5358, I mean, just look at this. Just look at the software putting asterisks where swear words should be. People are afraid of swear words like they have magic powers, but the real world is ruining their lives. That's fine, because they're too dumb to do something about it. Return to Monkey? Brother, we never left. A curious inversion. The return to the mythical state of Monkey is usually I don't know what that is, okay? I have to check that later, I guess. It's usually portrayed as a material return to earlier stages of development. But here the author instead portrays it as a mental state that has never been surmounted. Miranda, I'd like to meet Uncle Eustathius one day. He sounds like someone who's always curious about everything. Damn, 5358. We haven't seen any more trials of Naima project. Maybe Miranda was... I don't know how Miranda was created and if she was relevant at all. Like if she was more relevant somehow to this location. Is this 5? This has to be 5, right? Yeah. Recycling. You had to use the same thing for 2 different purposes. Damn, there's a lot of stuff. How do I get inside? Why do we have nothing? Oh, I guess we can just walk over there and grab the box. We go inside, but how do we come out? We don't. We actually don't come out. That is a blue laser. See, I don't think this thing will like fly across. That's the thing. Like, it needs to have the box to fly across. Otherwise, it just goes this way. Right. That is fine. Let's see the... how do I... Am I already screwed? Because I think the blue laser was here, right? Somewhere here. You can't like see it. Yeah, the blue source is there. Okay, I guess I had to go out, but I need to make sure. How do I make sure? Okay, I guess I can take the laser with me. And do this. We can't. Alright. We actually can't connect it. So maybe we can connect it from there. That may be possible. I'll keep it here, okay? We'll connect both of them. We'll keep it here. Okay. And we'll go back. Use this guy to create a thingy there. And I think I need to drop it here to make it happen. How do I how do I go there though? I need something here, right? Oh wait, I can take the fan, maybe? I can't take the fan. Ting, 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 ting. Let me think about it. Okay, I think I got the crucial insight. It relies on using the laser to be placed here, and then later I think we'll teleport the laser here and then shift it above, thus opening the door. So we'll be using the laser for two things. I think that's the insight. So first of all, let us take the box inside, I guess. Take the box inside. This. We take the box inside. We take the laser instead. Take the box here, place it here, go inside. Now we can connect these two, and what we'll do is we'll use the laser as a weight, keep the fan open or fan on, then we'll take the gravity thing up there. Now what we can do is, obviously we can keep this open. It isn't crucial, but we can do it. Then we'll use this here. Huh. Why isn't the grav shifter working? I thought we should be able to pick the laser up from there. Come on, don't tell me it's not possible. Yeah, so we take the laser inside, then shift it up. Right? We can use this as a switch. Alright, cool. We recycle the laser for two purposes. See, this is just teaching us things. These are not like hard puzzles at all. The room is it's an elegant and wonderfully executed like design, okay? I'm not asking them to make it harder, at least not now, but you can imagine, right? This is just teaching us a single thing. And the puzzles that are coming up, the golden puzzles, they're definitely gonna ask us to do more. Let's listen to the memory first, and then we'll open the PDA.
Today, for the first time, I synthesized life. It was just a unicellular cyanobacterium, but the sheer complexity of even such a simple organism is breathtaking. Creating it from pure energy, I was filled with a sense of awe and majesty. A sense that what I was doing was sacred. It made me think about the enormous power of life. 2.5 billion years ago, these simple beings terraformed the entire planet, creating the oxygen that underlies the Earth's incredible biodiversity. Wiping out thousands of other species, but making the future possible.
An ominous note to conclude on. That it wiped out a bunch of other organisms. What is this terminal or this question mark? We've already discovered the lost labs, so it has to be something else. It has to be maybe a terminal. It's just a Prometheus Spark. Maybe there is no puzzle for Pandora here. No, Sphinx here. Maybe we just chase the spark back and we get a star for it. I think there are distinct... Okay. There may be a Pandora puzzle and a Sphinx puzzle. Or maybe a Pandora puzzle and a Prometheus puzzle. Or a Sphinx puzzle and a Prometheus puzzle. All of them gives stars. Prometheus Spark is entirely different. Alright, let me find 6. Where is 6? I think we've already done 6. No, 6 is there. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, Melville has something.
Did something break?
What do you think about Miranda creating life?
I understand her reasons for doing it. But organic life is the most unpredictable machinery. Self-replicating, self-interested, and prone to mutation. She should have been more careful.
Yeah. Maybe that is a sign of some things to come. Of how things fell apart in this place. You know? Could be. Other side. Why not use it for multiple things? Oh, we can't do anything here. What are we supposed to do? Just need two things here, that's all. Okay. Oh, I think this is straightforward. I think this is pretty straightforward. We can drop it inside. Huh, no, it's not straightforward. Because we need to pull him to the opposite side. But I need this switch to remain open if I wanna go inside, right? How do I do both of that? Alright, I think I know what to do. You put the grav shifter there. Oh wait. No, we need. No, we can do it. We can do it. No, can we? I don't think we can. Maybe we can. Okay, we do the. Put the grav shifter here. Take this guy inside. No, none of this works. Obviously my brain is broken right now. We can pull him from the other side, but we can pull him across if we can just obviously the only way to activate it is through here, right? So let's just assume that we can. Okay, let's just try it out. Come on. We can't. So just do the worst. Keeping it open. Oh, why did I put it on the other side? Go around. Take it. Keep it like it. Now the problem is, I don't have a way of going inside. If I do it, you know. Did you see that? We can go through a hole if we use a driller. Holy shit. If we use a grav shifter. That's incredible. That's actually pretty cool. It makes sense that we are like balled up. Wow, that's actually so cool. Alright, so now we have solved that. We can pick our shifter, exit here. What was the name of this puzzle again? This puzzle was called Other Side. That's a cool puzzle. I can't talk to him. 7. Delivery. Oh my god, swappable. What is this? What? It's an inverter. It inverts the signal. So when we turn on the fan, oh, we can detach the fan. God damn it, why do you... There are way too many elements here now. This is appreciated though, we just need a red laser. I guess the first things first, we can use the red laser to see what's inside. Inside this thing. Ah. I guess it's just to get that box. Swap items and let us I can't really I guess we can do this later. Right, let's get the box first. See, if I take it off, it's still okay, it still teleports it all the way back, I guess. Now I need 2 items here though to make it work, and that's impossible. Oh, we have a fan. Let's use the fan for this purpose, at least for now. Now we don't need this room anymore, I don't think. Is it enough though? I think maybe this is enough. I am not entirely sure. It probably gets blocked. I don't even think I've solved anything. See, it's yeah. Huh. How do I... That fan there, it'll let you do what? What is the purpose of that fan? If this laser needs to get connected there, we only have a single connector. I don't really know what the... How does this being high up help anyone? It doesn't, right? I guess a laser has to get teleported all the way there. So we need both the box as well as the laser. Let's reconnect them. I don't think we are going to have to change it anytime. Now I need to get the fan. And we'll have to do the entire thing inside, from inside here. I don't know if that is going to be feasible, to be honest. So we place a fan, we place the box, okay, and we place the... Oh, I lost the connections. We place the laser. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna shift the laser there and do the whole thing again, right? To do that, I need to... Come on, I know I can do it. Yeah, we can do it. Let's turn on the switch first. Okay. Now I go in here. Alright, I get the box and the whole thing back there. Now this is the tricky part. Like, I don't know what to... Oh, I guess we don't need the fan anymore. Alright. It's effectively solved. Come on, take the grav shift. Yeah.
An excellent solution.
Thank you. We have 8 now, and I think one more lost puzzle, right? Step and release. Oh god. You know what? I'll take a break. I'll come back and do this puzzle and clean up the rest later. My brain is already kind of malfunctioning, so I think I should take a break. Yeah. See you in a bit. Right. I'm back after a break. See what this puzzle is about. Step and release. Do we have a fan we can remove? Oh my god, we have a fan we can remove. We just need a box. I don't think we can jump onto this platform from above. That would have been an option. Oh, it needs to be powered by the laser, of course. Oh, wait. We can just... Yeah, we don't need a box. We can just use the fan. Ultimately, we just need a red laser, I guess. We have a connector here and a source there. Huh. Interesting. We need both of these to be active before we can do anything about it. That's the gravity shifter. What can that do? there's a gravity panel there. We can open this and use the gravity panel to get it across. Okay, so instead of the fan, I think we'll take the gravity device. Does it open both the... Oh, it has to be opened with the scanner, with the jammer, of course. So I think gravity shifter's job is done. Now, how do we get that? We'll put the gravity thingy here. Take the accumulator. Go back up. I should actually take the fan instead. Where's the fan? Oh, the fan's there. Can we get the gravity shifter to go up? Is that a real thing? Gravity shifter would stay there, I think. Oh god. Shit. Right. Bring an item to swap. I don't know if... And it says step and release. That's the clue we have. Right, let's take the jammer. And I guess we can use the gravity scanner to keep this open. Use the jammer to keep this open. Right. So that's jammed. Now, we don't need this. We should probably... Okay, we should get the... Huh. I don't know if it's even feasible. Like, do you think we can use the gravity scanner and create the portal at the same time? Doesn't work that way. It's slightly shifted always. Yeah, I wonder if we can place it right below, you know? Like this. It's usually not possible. Yeah, it just stays a bit far away. So I need to get the accumulator. That's the next step. How do I get the accumulator? Because obviously I can't take this thing up there. Without the gravity shifter, the only thing we can take is the fan, right? So I guess I'll just use... Ultimately, I need the fan to be there and the accumulator to be here. Okay, that's what we need. So let's take the jammer. Bring it up there, swap it with the fan. And let's swap the accumulator with the fan. Now... accumulator can stay here. Now I can use the grav shifter as the replacement item for the jammer, right? And we can use the jammer exactly in the same way we used it last time. Jamming that. Now we can take the accumulator, get it charged. Okay, cool. Now we can charge that. Now we just need to get the fan back, which is fairly easy to do. We swap the grav shifter Oh shit. I guess I need to. God damn it. Where is the jammer is there. Okay, I should swap the fan with the jammer first. Because we need both the accumulator as well as the fan to be present. So let's get the jammer here, take the fan back. Fan is placed back here. Now we can use the grav shifter. Alright, cool. Okay, I need to see if we have any optional puzzles remaining. Okay, we need to find one more lost puzzle and possibly some terminals. Let's look at the social media. Talos Principle 1961. Shimlev. Digging through the archive, I was surprised to discover that there is a movie based on the Talos Principle, an international co-production written by Robert Harrison Blake, a pseudonym for an unknown screenwriter, and directed by a young Sergio Leone. It stars Peter Ustinov as Straton of Stageiria, Sarah Mostel as his comedic sidekick Nico. Wow, there's someone back walking past us. Weird. Let's look at Talos Principle. Oh, come on. Social media. Sidekick Nicomacheus and Angela Arnada as Ernest Amintas. Shimlev. It's not a realistic biography of Straton, but a kind of sword and sandal fantasy epic that culminates in Straton building a replica of the mythological robot Talos to defeat the war-crazed Spartans. That part is fun and surprisingly well done for its tiny budget, but the movie also contains a number of fascinating dialogue scenes inspired by Straton's work. Shimlev. Ustinov as Straton has a line I really liked. There are always hard times in human history, Amintas. Do you think we are the first to be besieged by enemies or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp. That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing. How weird that this film is not better known. Franklin. It's what Trevor said in that audiophile 1K found. Great art isn't always appreciated in its own time. It's not like people particularly loved Straton himself, but we can appreciate it. I'll have to go research this Straton guy. And maybe to even see if this is a real film. Talos Principle from 1961. What the hell? This game has a trademark for Talos Principle, right? The company, the Crow team or the publisher probably has a trademark for this register, right? So I don't know. What's that saying though? There are always hard times in human history. Amintas. Do you think we are the first to be besieged by enemies or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp. Yesterday is set in stone. Okay, for a second I thought when it said yesterday is set in stone, I imagined it to be like a good foundation. That's not what it means. Yesterday is set in stone means yesterday can't be changed. It's already gone. A better tomorrow is always within our grasp. Yeah, it's a pretty optimistic look at things. We can't change anything about the past, so at least for the future we can try to make it better. Okay. Let's find the last optional puzzles. Is this an optional puzzle? That's just 7. Look at the blue glow there. I think I saw blue glow up there. Might have been a glitch. Can't even see it anymore. Okay, I can see a room far away in the distance, so let's go there. don't know if the audio is high enough, so let me quickly fix that. Yeah, it sounds fine. So let's solve this puzzle. Stowaway. Stowaway is when someone escapes in a plane without anyone else noticing, right? Isn't that what stowaway means? I want to quickly check. Yeah, it's about when someone escapes on a plane or travels on a plane or a ship without anyone else noticing, without paying, essentially. I remember it because there was a mission in the old GTA game San Andreas where you would stow away on a plane, or like someone would stow away on a plane, but you will chase the plane and try to get on it. So it reminds me of that. There's a red here and a red there, which is very weird because if we can open this red, why would we even try to... Maybe there's an angle which can't be reached. It feels weird, right? Because if we can... Because if we can open this laser, or open that door, why can't we open the other door too? Like, why would we... Oh, this is in an angle. I didn't realize that. How are we supposed to solve this puzzle? That is only gravity surface we have here. Okay. We go here. I like the sound effect for... How do we... Can laser actually pass through the... Oh, it can. Okay. Oh, that's why we can't operate the... Come on. That's why we can't create that or trigger that gate yet, because it has to stay here. Okay, so now we get the box. I guess the box is... Ting 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 ting. Wait, is this already solved? I'm scared when puzzles are this easy, because if it looks like this is already solved. Okay. I guess it's not. You have to find an angle. I don't think an angle is possible at all. Wait, why can't I select? See, this is... Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the complexity here. We place it here. Huh. It has to... Oh, it has to come in through this gap inside here. Whoa, okay. Okay. Huh. Ting 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 ting. It's pretty. It has to come into this central gap. Very weird. See? I guess we can jump up and reach the high point here and use the fan. I guess that's what they want to do. Okay. I guess we can make that work. So we take the box. We can place this here, anywhere. This is fine. Take the box. Place it somewhere here. Take the fan. Yeah. So this will let the laser pass through without any issues. Right. Oh, there's another blue spark. Oh. So still lead back to a Prometheus statue. Oh, I guess this is where the platforming challenge takes place. We'll have to climb up there. I think that's a... Yeah. I was wondering when we'll have to... How they'll... like what they'll do with this section. Don't go into a puzzle room. Do you want me to climb these things? Come on, game. It is fun to jump around. Not complaining too much. We're not fast enough. Oh, come on. How do you... There you go. They've made all these environments, so why not just let people run around in them, you know? At least force people to run around in them, I guess. For an optional challenge. Wow, it actually showed me this. We should come back to 2. Try to get a green light from 2, but not a green light, like a blue light, I would say. Because we have an inverter at the other end, you know. If we want to make green, we need an inverter. No, we need an RGB converter, but all we have is an inverter, so just getting a green wouldn't help, probably. What? Where are you taking me? How do I... That's a transit station. Let's go around and try to reach the transit station. Hopefully we can still chase the spark. Okay, it's still here. Go to the statue, please. What? Why did you take me all the way? Oh, it is going back. Right. I see a path. Alright. So that's 1 star.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Utopia is impossible. He accepts that, but there is a better future, and for people who exist now, it would seem like a distant dream, not a straight up dream. So it's probably referring to another lost terminal, I would say. So maybe that one there. I'm chasing the question mark, by the way. And after that, I think we'll go back to puzzle number 2 and see if we can get a green or blue laser. We don't have an RGB converter, so I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense to look for blue or red. Lift transit.
On my last return to New Jerusalem, I perused the latest artistic offerings and found myself deeply disappointed. There is nothing more despicable to me than an artist who pursues the appearance of morality. Moral art is trash, garbage, not even good enough to be used as wallpaper. If art is a religion, then morality is for those who want to be seen in church. True art is for those who believe. Art must be ecstatic, a work of revelation, created in pursuit of the truth, no matter where it leads. An artist must be an agent of chaos in times of order, and an agent of order in times of chaos.
Okay. Interesting take. Artists can't really parse it. What is morality though? I'm unsure. Sorry. Yeah, so is there a green signal here? No, there's only blue. There's only blue here. How do we... Oh, I need to... Damn it. How do I... I have to get myself across. Alright, that's fine. Take the connector, place it here. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Yeah, so we need to connect it there, right? It's kind of hard to see, but I think the height would be sufficient. So I should try to get it connected, which is hard for sure. Can I even see it? Yeah, I can. So let's select that, select the blue, place it here. We have our connections established. Now we can just... Alright. Now with that done, we can... Alright. Let's chase it back, see where it leads. It leads there. I can invert it to a red. But I need an RGB converter. See, Athena is here, right? Wow, she does not even... Wait, where is her... What? She doesn't have a receiver. What the hell? Where is the receiver? See, I don't see a receiver at all. What? How do we solve this? Can we see a red receiver somewhere? No, there's a green here. See? On the right side. How do I get a green there? It's impossible to get it from there, for sure. Like, that's only an inverter, right? It will invert the blue to red. Here we have nothing here. We have no lasers here. Come on. Oh god, I can't. So we go outside. We go up. We take the inverter. We get the blue. Come on. And drop it. We get the blue, and do we get the green? We don't get the green. Okay, let's place the red here, okay? So this is red. We need a blue from the other direction, I feel like. And then somewhere from there we need an RGB converter. Is all of that going to be possible? I don't even see if there's an angle where I can't climb up here. Am I supposed to do this? At least I have nice music playing. Really, I'm unsure about this solution. There is no RGB converter. What is the solution here? What does the game want us to do? I'll try once more to see if we can spot the. I stand here, but it doesn't do anything, you know. I can just disengage. Ding, 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 ding. See, it really isn't visible at all. I can select it, but it's blue or it's red. It doesn't do anything. And there's no point in making it green all the way. I can't make sense of how we can make a. The inverter always inverts blue to red, you know. So how do we? First of all, we can't get a green from this area. It's just blue here. There's no way to get a green. Secondly, the endpoint has an inverter there. If inverter receives a green color, what does it do? Does it just act as a normal relay? How does this work? Question block. Ting 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 ting. Is it something that can be selected? I don't know. No, that's just part of the architecture. So something else here. A hidden secret waiting to be unlocked. Where does this path lead? Does it lead back to anything else? It leads back to more puzzles, is what it does. Let me run around for a little bit, and when I am satisfied, I think we'll end the episode, okay? I found something to inspect as I was running around. I really thought I found something useful, but it was just another human machinery. Devices such as this one were commonly used to play games in public fora. This particular unit allowed users to play Serious Sam, a well-regarded but less-known follow-up to Claw Team's hugely popular Football Glory series. Yeah, they've also probably made another game called Football Glory, I guess. Right. Let me keep exploring. I'm looking for RGB connectors in nearby areas, or anything insightful, inspirational. We'll see. Okay, we have another exciting discovery. I found some more gravity walls, so hopefully we can climb on top of this thing and find something we can use. Oh god, no, don't. Shit. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to. Let's disengage from gravity. Jeez. Let's not be so fast next time. Alright, cool. And then we can safely disengage. Yeah. That was not a safe disengage. What the fuck? Right. Guess we have to do it again. I think my sprinting is making things difficult, so let me not sprint. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, that's cool. Okay. Oh, this is just a Prometheus Spark? No, I need to see the Athena statue, or Pandora statue, I should say. Let's carefully explore this area. I feel like there'll be more here. Come on, don't disappoint me. I didn't come all the way here for just a Prometheus Spark. The problem is, if we have something here, we can take it and we can take it across to any other region, right? So that's probably not something that they'll allow. Come on. Am I doing anything here, or see, that's the room. that takes the blue light across. What does this even do? It doesn't do anything. Come on, game. Why are you doing this to me? Really felt there would be something else here. Because Athena statue, Pandora statue is right there, right? That's the Pandora statue. We have an inverter there, which can take this blue and turn it into red. And if we can have another blue here and an RGB converter, that'd be great. I don't see anything of that nature. Come on. It feels like we are so close. What am I missing? We can't climb up this rock. I don't even know if there's anything good there. We can't see anything. Yeah, we can't see anything. Can we even... Oh god, no. Alright, I think that was just for the Prometheus Spark. I'll convince myself that so that I can move on. See, that is the joining point. We don't really have visibility of that point from anywhere else. All we can hope for is there is something else nearby which I can climb. I don't know where that'd be. There's something else here, you know. Something else I can see. Yeah, it feels like this is our limit for now. I really don't know how to get that. And I went through the rest of the puzzle rooms. There are no RGB connectors in or RGB converters in this area. No other puzzle room has an RGB converter. So I'm lost as to how we'll even find another source, like a green source. At least in the main puzzles. In the optional puzzles, maybe there is an RGB converter, but they were far enough away from the solution that I didn't even go and check. Oh, there's another thing we can inspect. A vehicle known as a van. An ancient vehicle capable of transporting multiple individuals or additional equipment commonly used by workmen. Ting, 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 ting. What a bummer. That's what you have climbed? There doesn't seem to be anything else. Yeah, let's go back to the starting location. Alright, let's go across to the surface or structure. What do I... Ew. What the hell? Why does all of this look so bad? What? Interesting. We can only place this. Oh god, what the hell? Why is it turning back? Jeez, it's turning back. Ew. Alright, let's try to reverse engineer this thing. So we can only have either this block. Essentially, we can only have this block go in, right? No, it doesn't work that way. This is by far the most awkward puzzle I've done so far, I guess. With the Tetranium pieces. Jeez. Okay, maybe we do this. Maybe we do this. Maybe we do this. Okay, to go further up. Wow, why can't we access so much more here? You can see the Athena structure. See? God damn Athena. Pandora, I can't really... I always keep calling them Athena instead of Pandora. Do you think we can get an RGB connector somewhere here? That we can connect Pandora. It really is a canyon area. We can't go past, we can't go above those cliffs. Some sort of particle effect there. See? Weird texture stuff. Yes, you're able to jump down. Go back to the inner ring, so to speak. Right, I think we are reaching. Wow, this is slightly different.
The philosopher Straton of Stageiria had little respect for the gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions?
It's never folly to pursue the truth. Even if there's a cost, the folly was not his. It was the people who acted foolishly. There's no folly in pursuing the truth. It was only his method that were mistaken. I can. It was foolish of him to give his own life in pursuit of truth. I can. He should have respected the traditions and beliefs of his people. Let's say his method was different. Or mistaken.
Methods do you propose he should have used?
He should have been more diplomatic. He should have recruited others in secret. He should have spoken allegorically. Should have been more diplomatic.
Many came before Straton whose methods were gentler. They achieved nothing. His folly was not born of ignorance, but it was folly nonetheless.
And she goes.
Consider this as you approach the flame.
Okay.
You see this, and yet entire empires have been built on dreams, lies, and illusions.
Where are those empires now? What would they have been built? And they would have been better built on a foundation of truth. You're right, but we cannot keep lying to ourselves forever. Some dreams are truthful. Well, they would have been better built on foundation of truth.
Do you truly believe such a world could be built?
It's worth trying at least.
I used to think so too.
Whoa.
No.
Wow.
All is lost.
Wow. Pandora is like Milton, extremely skeptical of everything that we are trying to do. Verdant Canyon.
That was surprisingly calm, given how aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Epiphenomenal. I have to check what that means. Epiphenomenal. A secondary phenomena accompanying another and caused by it. Yeah. So they just... Epiphenomena is a phenomena caused by other phenomena. And... Melville is suggesting that they're just responding to the changes that we are making and not really responsible for the hurdles that have been put in our path. Maybe. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode here. Next episode we'll go to the last and final southern area. Then I think we can head back in the structure. Yeah. Okay, I had to... Okay, let me increase the music. Yeah, I had to add this extra section of the recording because I was just running around. I just wanted to figure out the Pandora Puzzle. I had finished recording and everything, but walking around I found this little thing here. It looks like Prometheus, right? Whoa, what the hell?
We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
Where did we get that? And I had a second inclination that this was Straton of Stageiria. Stageiria? because I did a little bit of research after I ended the recording, and it looks like this Straton of Stageiria is a fictional character that Crow team has developed. So I don't think he's real. And I think in one of the terminal logs we found that he was he sat somewhere in a pose similar to the pose we saw here. You know? Wow. Why is... Oh, that's just a blue laser. Yeah, so he... I don't remember which recording it was. Maybe it was in one of the... Straton 1. Straton defines the Talos principle. Oh, we've seen this thing in the first level, I think. Right?
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. Then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Right. That was just Straton. And we forgot about him because it was so long ago. We picked up that first recording. But yeah, I'll keep exploring. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything. I just wanted to run around and see. Yeah, so I guess this is the proper end of the episode unless I find something else. Well, I do find something else immediately. Just keep climbing and we see this TV.
There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Probably another Easter egg. It was one of the American presidents, I think. Anyway. Okay, I see more structures we can interact with. Ah, see? There's an RGB connector there. Fucking hell. Alright. How do we get on top of this structure? That's our next goal. Okay, I think we see a path. We might just solve it. The music is suddenly a little more hopeful and optimistic. Alright, let's do this. Coming for you, Mr. RGB connector. Right. Come with me now. And there is the Athena statue. Oh, Pandora statue. I'm never gonna get these names right. We can connect the inverter. And we can have at least one of them connected. But it's pointless right now. We should probably have it selected. Place it here. Let me go get the blue from the other side. See, this is much more straightforward than the star puzzles. I know I'm repeating this point, but yeah, it's much more straightforward than the star puzzles in the first game. Those ones really require us to break the game in really ugly ways. Which made sense because the game was a simulation. Right now, we are kind of unsure if that's the case. It's probably not a simulation. Let's get it selected. Select. It's the goddamn thing here. Ting, 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 Alright. We have blue. We can get red from there. And everything should be good. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Come on. Oh, come on. Yep. So we solved the star puzzle after all. See, these birds are weird. They fly in a weird pattern. But yeah, I think that is the...
Horses are broken, not taught. That is the way of humankind.
Horses are broken, not taught. It's the way we impose our will on the rest of the world. But yeah, I think that's the final end of the episode for real this time.